Right, it is 9 minutes past the top of the hour. Karibu sana. This is a morning cafe, and this particular morning for dog lovers and as commonly known, parents, watu ambao ni wazazi wa paka. Pet lovers, this is a conversation for you. So if you know someone who knows someone who is a pet lover and a pet keeper, this is a conversation for you. And we're asking you, how often do you vaccinate your pets? Kind of whatever pets you have, how often do you vaccinate your pets? Talk to us. 22047 is our SMS number. 0793267279 is our WhatsApp number. Na pia unaweza tupigia simu 0795045864. You'll be seeing these numbers scrolling on your screen. Engage with us and tell us, how often do you vaccinate your pets and how important do you really think it is? And also helping us break down this conversation is Dr. Kevin Nyagwachi. He's an animal health specialist. Karibu sana, daktari.
Thank you.
How is your morning this day?
My morning is good. What about you?
Mine is fantastic, and the fact that I love cats. I should confess that. I've never really been a very big dog lover. So it's one of those conversations, and I'm pretty sure even for viewers this morning, one of those conversations that they'd really like to learn and write notes. And I think we should just start there. We often, as a society, it's either you have a dog or a cat or both in a household. But then as an animal health specialist, you've definitely traveled the country and seen the different categories of pets. Break it down to us, apart from now the most common ones. Which other pets do people out here keep?
Thank you for that question. Allow me first to start that we are dawning in a dispensation that most people have started assimilating diverse and various animals as pets. And I think, like in the other countries, I think we are heading somewhere where we reach a point where you can get somebody's having a pet as his or her next of kin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so recently I saw some people, I think they are well known and they are somehow linked to this media house. I saw that they have divorced, but they are co-parenting. They unite to co-parent a pet. So I think you are seeing this,
yes.
the momentum that these pet things gaining. Yeah, so there are various kinds of pets that people are rearing, but the most common one and the conventional accepted one, there you have a kitten, a Chihuahua, and or a German Shepherd. For the big boys like me, I can have a Boabel, a German Shepherd. Also, other people can have other unconventionally accepted pets. You can have, unaweza pata mtu akona kanyoka kake kwa nyumba anacheza nako.
Right.
And that also is accepted.
Okay.
Yes.
And so even as you continue this conversation, one of our Cape Media colleagues has just joined us in this particular conversation.
Yes.
I forget her name, but I know she is probably... So we have Jimmy in Cape Media, and then now there's her, one of the most common colleagues right here. And this now particularly for, let's say, new pet owners. Ulitembelea mtu ama ukaona, this feline, and you are like, I'd really love to have one of this. Let's start off with actually ukiwa na kitten.
Yes.
The vaccination schedule. The schedule.
Yes.
Where do you start? The frequency of even vaccinating it?
Yeah, so allow me to break it down from, let's say, from the kitten stage.
Yes.
These alpacas given birth to its kittens.
Yes.
The first, at the beginning of, after birth, there is milking.
I remember her name. Yes. Her name is Missy, yes.
Yeah, Missy. Missy has given birth to his kittens. And from the first days, the first weeks, the kitten must breastfeed.
Okay.
So that's give it what we call it passive immunity.
Okay.
Yes, so that is important to for the kittens to develop immunity to fight against deviations that the kitten can.
Okay.
But let's say from as the days goes by, weeks, let's say, allow me to confirm so that I don't give people false information.
All right.
I do have some vaccination schedule that I do follow and I give people. So I think it would be good if I can confirm the exact weeks for vaccination.
So even as you continue, I think even as you also check, one of the conversations that we'll also be looking at is the cost, because
the cost
of people would argue, why do I need to pay that particular
fee
just for vaccinating this pet?
Yes.
So have you found the schedule?
Yes, I found the schedule. So the kitten vaccination. So let's first look the importance of vaccination.
Yes.
There's this thing that we call zoonotic diseases.
Okay.
I think you've heard of it. The disease that can be transmitted from the pet to the pet owner.
Okay.
These diseases are dangerous, but they are preventable. That's the good thing with it. So we can start, there is 6 to 8 weeks.
Right.
There is a first dose of feline viral rhinotracheosis and EPA virus.
All right.
So we also, the ringworm and Campylobacter giardia, which is also a zoonotic awareness.
Okay.
Yes, so this is important. Also from the 10 to 12 week, we also give the second booster shot of that feline. The second week, from 14 to 16 week, we give it rabies vaccine. So rabies is the common and common spread and prevalent in our region. And so we do make awareness to pet owners and even other farmers, because it cut across. It doesn't choose which animal to attack.
Oh, so even cats, because
cats, dogs, and at some point it can affect even cattle.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is a very deadly disease, but the good thing is that it is preventable through vaccination.
Okay.
So the most vaccination that I do offer to my clients and to their pets is rabies. That's the common one, because that's the disease that they fear, and it is the one that is prevalent in our region.
Right.
So rabies and rabies vaccine is the one that is common as by now. The other ones, it depends. So this thing varies. But if you are within my proximity, I won't judge you more than 1,000. That's
okay. Also, so.
But if you far from me, there's that transportation charges and something, which also makes the charges to be higher.
So basically, it's pocket friendly.
It is pocket friendly.
There's something you also mentioned, the zoonotic, the fact that these diseases can transfer from the animals to the pet owner.
Yes.
Does this mean that when I visit you and you're vaccinating my pet and you're vaccinating Missy here, that I also, do I need to get any kind of vaccination, I as a pet owner?
Yeah, there's actually, let me start with myself. I need to get vaccinated against these zoonotic diseases because I am predisposed.
Yes.
I do handle most of the pets.
Right.
And sometimes I'm in the forefront. So I can contract these diseases. And if I'm not vaccinated also, I can transmit to the pets if I'm not vaccinated. So if you feel so much predisposed, it is not a must. But if you feel so much predisposed to you're handling a lot of pets, maybe you're doing a lot of breeding, and at some point that you feel you're not safe, I can advise you to get this vaccine, because it is easier that way and safer for you to get vaccinated, because treating some of these diseases is expensive. Yes, and sometimes cure is not promised, it's not guaranteed. Yes.
And now you're getting into something that I also wanted to ask. For example, I found Missy, one of my relatives, and I'm not sure how old she is. She's probably a year plus. And to someone watching us, they remember you saying the duration, 4 to 6 weeks, as well as 6 to 10 weeks. But then if Missy was not vaccinated, and I am looking to, vaccinate her if she's, more than those weeks that you're telling us, what procedures should I follow as the pet owner? Do vaccines now change?
This particular point, when you're not sure of the age, I think some vaccines doesn't alter or just can't affect the pet, regardless of the age. So we can start, let's say I've come to your place and you are not sure of the age of the pet. So we can start with the common one, which is anti-rabies. We can vaccinate it against rabies. And we can start tracking the time. There is usually a card that I give the pet owners. I think I have a one there I can come and show the people. So that after vaccinating, there is a badge where ukitoa hiyo chupa kuna badge. I do give you, I write the badge of the vaccine on that card, the date of the vaccine, and probably the name of this pet, the color and everything, so that even if I'm not around the next time you call another vet, he or she can be able to track down the history of this pet and can be able to even continue the vaccination. So it is, I also advise that the pet owners to have such kind of history taking and recording, so that even at a point when your vet is not around and you need these services, you can be able to do all these things and safely.
Right.
Yeah.
Something else, I have done the whole vaccination, but then I am starting to see some changes in my pet, probably even here, Missy, some signs and even change of behavior. As a pet owner, how should I take that? Is that a sign of alarm that I should, come running to you as an animal health specialist? And also, what kind of signs should I be seeing so that I actually, come running to you?
Actually, I guess now it is true that you are a pet lover. Because, these animals, as we, even we, the human beings, we are not the same. So you can be given an injection or something, and you react differently maybe from somebody else. So this reaction, you call it the side effect reaction, So after giving an injection or a vaccine or any other drug to a pet or an animal, we do expect, it is not common, but we do expect a reaction. Or now the cat can react. So the most common reaction that we can, side effect or reaction that we can expect from this pet, we can see it being restless, maybe sometimes being nauseatic, and such. Those be a bit changes in terms of character, how the animal can behave. So those are not the major cause of an alarm or something, because they don't last long. But if they persist, I think now that's when you can call me back to intervene and see maybe probably what could have happened. Maybe I didn't follow the aseptic ways of administering, and maybe as I was administering the booster shot, the vaccine, maybe I did something which is wrong, which is rare as a practitioner I should do. But then we can follow up. Maybe I can give some antihistamine or something to calm down the pain, and the pet should be good.
Before we dunge sindano, let's say nimekuletea Missy leo, and amepokea sindano yake. Are there certain types of meal that she should be avoiding on that day? At a certain change of behavior that you'll advise that after a certain dose of vaccine, the pet should not do until a certain period of time. I mean, like for example, in humans, how you know, doctors will advise don't take certain types of meal and do this and this in your behavior. Yes, such kind.
Most of the medication that I've come across that they are pet friendly, I can say, and I don't see much restriction compared to cattle. You know, there's something that we call withdrawal period that. After you've done maybe some medication to the cattle, you can advise that people should not take maybe their products like milk or meat, or you don't give it water, something of the kind. You've had such things. Okay. But to pets, unless it is indicated in the prescription, I've not come across such a medication. But unless, I think I've handled some poison cases, which is becoming very rampant of the recent, actually, over the last 2 weeks, I've received phone calls to give first aid and some procedure or how to salvage and okoa the paka mwenye amekula, maybe alikuwa anamuosha akakunywa hiyo soap and something of the kind. That's when I can advise that you can withdraw some solid food to the pet, and you can give it some liquid food so that it can enhance in cleansing and cleaning the GIT, so that your poison itoke, you see. I think that's the only time that I can advise the pet owner to do, to be selective and choosy what to give to his or her pet.
Now, Dr. One of the things that so many people really dislike when it comes to pets is this fur, and how these pets leave this fur all over the place. Like Missy here has left quite a number of fur on my Italian suit.
I can.
So I think I'll have to take it to the laundry. So you come on. But anyway, is this a problem? Is this something that I, as a pet owner, should be worried about? Or
yes, that's something that you should be worried about.
Okay.
Because hygiene is paramount. Hygiene is something that should be, as a pet owner, you should be keen to. That's why we have pet grooming, you know.
Okay.
You know, these pets, you should treat them as babies or your girlfriends. So when you...
A girlfriend.
Because actually, I've come across some pets which are being fed so nicely, which are giving, their lifestyle is far beyond even my lifestyle.
I know.
Yes, and sometimes, you know, I get tempted to ask the owner, can you, instead of having this pet as your pet, can I be your pet?
Can I be your pet? Paka
inaishi maisha mzuri kuniliko. Unaenda kutibu pet, unashangaa kwani hii maisha jameni. So those are serious pet owners, you know. Unafika huko unapata pet ikona, as in everything is at its place. So this far, when you in pet grooming, inafaa kuoshwa, ipigwe shampoo, ifanyiwe nini, so that hiyo fur inapunguza. At some point it can be trimmed. There are machines that are used to trim this fur, and even the nails, you know, sometimes unaweza pata inakugwara and something, and that's one form of how it can transmit a disease to you when it is not vaccinated.
So do you need to nail clip them?
Yeah, you have to nail clip them. Okay. For you, because, you know, we're talking about your safety. Yes. So for you to be at a safer side, this fur actually can, if you are asthmatic and something of the kind, they can trigger an allergic reaction to your respiratory system. So it is good and to have them trimmed, to be washed, and they should smell nicely also.
Yes.
So
something else I've also realized on Missy, and I'm pretty sure you have so many pet owners for the cats and dogs as well, is this teary eye. It's a right eye. Is that a problem? Ama ni ile tu asubuhi imeamka ni
I think that's one way to clean their eyes, but unless it is persistent and accompanied with other symptoms, that's when it should raise an alarm, and that's when you should call me. That's where I come in.
Okay. And speaking of which, I understand you have probably an injection for Missy?
Of course, I have some vaccine, anti-rabies booster shot.
For her?
Yeah, for her.
I definitely would like to see, and so many of your viewers would definitely love to see you do that. So, you want to direct us you to simame.
Yeah. So, what if we can, after the break, then I should prepare then.
Okay. Yeah, yes, most definitely, as you also prepare. So yes, stick around for that. So even as you prepare for that, something else that we'd definitely love to know is the crossbreeding when it comes to for your pet care. Talk to us about that, because I have had conversations with quite a number of pet owners, and they're very particular when it comes to the kind of crossbreeding of the pets, because you'd find this particular cat is a different breed from the owner's, breed. And is there, you see, for humans, you'd find there are certain genetic diseases. Does that also happen to the pets, where certain breeds have certain genetic diseases, and if crossbred, then it will have a certain challenge?
Allow me to confess that I'm not a specialist or an expert in genetics, but I have a service knowledge about it.
Yeah.
It is good to do what we call selection and choosing probably the parents of the future pets, parents of your pets. But most of the time we found it so difficult to control our pets, mostly the dogs and the cats, because sometimes we are unable to detect signs and symptoms when they come on it, like the cats. It's somehow difficult. But on dogs, I think you can see how they are here and there, up and down. But if you have maybe you have a gated community or a controlled environment, I think you are at a better position or place to even dictate on which breed, or people breed on an intention, or maybe you want to better whatever you have or something, or you want to sell these pets. Actually, I have a friend of mine who does those kinds of breeding, and German Shepherd and the kittens and everything. So when I come across such query or interest, I just get connected to him and we do all those things. So, but when you don't want your kitten to just mate anyhow or randomly, there's something that we call spaying. I think you've had the spaying.
Neutering.
Yeah, the neutering, where we can just do a surgical opening and funga the reproductive system. Also, there is also there is a which is temporal, which can last 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Which is an injection. But I hardly advise pet owners to choose that direction, because there is something that we call pyometra, which is the pulse in the reproductive system. Because as the reproductive system, the anatomy and the physiology and everything of the animals is almost similar to ours.
Yes.
So as you can hear, kwa wanadamu pia maybe family planning alichagua haikumwendea vizuri, something vitu kama hizo. It's also similar to pets. You can do that injection to a pet, and hormonal imbalance and something of the kind can trigger accumulation of pus in the reproductive system.
Right.
And that can lead to something which cannot be easily contained or managed in our setup. So I hardly advise my clients to choose that direction. But neutering is the best way, because ukifunga ni hivyo. Umesema mimi na paka wangu na watoto
tumemaliza.
Hapana. But when you want to just to risk and choose the temporal pathway, it's also good, but I do give you a precaution. Ndo usikuje kuniambia daktari wewe uliniulia paka. Yes, so I do give you a precaution. If you choose that we can proceed, it is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante sana daktari. Dogs and cats, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a short break right here with Missy and Daktari. When we come back, we'll be having a whole live show of Missy getting that very, very important injection that she deserves, as well as for you as a pet owner, and you'll be seeing how it is done and why you actually need to know about it. And we'll also be taking a look at the very common diseases. We've taken a look at rabies, but then there are other kind of diseases that affect these cats and dogs that you definitely need to know about. Missy and I are taking a short break together with Daktari. We'll see you in Mbadi.
Our world is changing every day, and so should we, for the better. Each week, we tackle the big why, the question that should be on everyone's minds. Why isn't this fixed yet? Deforestation, global warming, and the adverse effects of climate change. The future isn't just something that we inherit, it's something that we create. Join us on The Green Fix as we tell the stories of those who refuse to give up. When it comes to fixing the planet, there is no time to waste. Join me, Shiksha Arora, on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on The Green Fix as we look into the big why, you and I.
For comprehensive information and education on your health, Body Garage is here.
Don't allow anyone to pluck out your good tooth, as long as it is strong and stable.
Cancer doesn't start today and you get the symptoms tomorrow. By the time you pick it or the time it is manifesting in you, probably will be there about 5 to 10 years.
The eye is the window to the rest of the body.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
And of course, you at home do take your water.
So the ultimate test is actually you check your urine. Your urine should be clear.
Clear like the water?
Yes. Should be able to see the other side of the urine. If your urine is colored or has changed color, you cannot see the other side, then you have not taken enough water.
Don't forget regular health checkups. Early detection saves lives.
I want the message be, we can prevent cervical cancer. We prevent cervical cancer in several ways. You have young girls and even somebody who's above that age, you can pay at least every 3 years. Somebody should have a pap smear done.
If you are 40, 45, 50 going upwards, once a year, please go see a doctor. Yeah, it's just for normal routine maintenance.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Kids on the Block, where fun and imagination come alive. We dive into magical world filled with exciting adventures and awesome friends.
What position were you in?
I was number 2.
What position were you?
Number 1.
He decided to cross the bridge by his house and look for food on the other side.
We're going to do half cup of chocolate chips, and the other one, we're going to do half cup of the blueberries.
So, grab your imagination hats and get ready to explore with us. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. for new friends, amazing stories, and tons of laughter.
Jiunge nasi tunapoangazia safari za viongozi bora. Kutoka kwa ushindi mkubwa hadi masomo magumu.
Wakati wetu kwamba wasichana si wa kusoma, ni wa kuolewa, ng'ombe ipatikane, wazazi wakuwe watajiri.
Tunashughulikia yote.
Right, karibu sana. This is Morning Cafe. I'm used to Stanley Nyeringita. This is Missy and Dr. Nyagwachi here to tell you why it is very, very necessary to vaccinate your pets. And having a whole live session, fingers crossed that Missy will not be very, very disappointed and very hata kasirika akidungwa sindano. But then Dr. was telling us why Missy definitely needs this. And he'll be just reiterating that even as we continue. But Daktari, what are you doing currently and what kind of vaccine ama ni dawa gani unapatia? Ni vaccine?
It is an anti-rabies.
Anti-rabies vaccine.
Yes.
Okay. So unafaa idungwe wapi specifically?
There is sites of injection when you're doing an injection. There is intravenous, intramuscular, and subcutaneous.
Okay.
So the subcutaneous is the one that I'm going to use right now.
So you're in
which is just under the skin.
Under the skin. Okay.
Just behind the shoulder.
All right.
Yeah, so I lift the skin and do the injection.
Okay.
So your work here is to ensure that Missy asumbui. Asumbui daktari.
Yes, so far she's growling. Growling for cats is a good sign. Means she's relaxed. But then the fact that her ears are popping up pale, she's suspecting something. So hapa ni wewe
utashika vizuri, then I do my thing. So you have to pull back and do something which we call aspiration.
Okay. Paka isikie uchungu hapa.
Inasikia lakini si sana.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the calmest cat
you've ever come across.
And we're done?
Yeah, so you have to...
Okay.
You have to palpate the dawa so that you spread vizuri under the skin.
All right.
Ndo isitoke. I actually was expecting to be violent, but
no.
Yeah, I can see Miss is a good...
Is
a good pet.
Yes, and she has very good pet owners out here.
Yeah.
And there we go.
So it is that simple, actually.
Okay.
It is not something that is complicated or something. It's just that simple.
All right.
But I could like to also notify my clients that
yes,
vaccine is something that is delicate.
Okay.
You know, it is prone to kuharibika haraka sana.
Okay.
So that's why when we're going to buy, you know, you as an individual, huwezi uziwa dawa.
I was actually about to ask that because the process that you've done to the layman would seem a simple procedure.
It is very simple, but it needs a professional background and a legal and ethical background. You know, there's a rampant misuse of these drugs and other drugs, as we know.
Right.
And the government is so strict and so keen in taming that misuse of these drugs. So there is a body that regulates all this selling and buying of drugs, which is called the Kenya Veterinary Board, which regulates us, which licenses us to operate and do all this practicing. So when you're going to buy this vaccine, you have to, these vaccines, to start with, they are stored under a given prescription of a temperature.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are very prone to spoilage. So as you can see, I was given something like an ice pack to hold, to store, because I was coming to use it immediately.
All right.
So I was given an ice pack to preserve it as I am coming to use it.
Okay.
So that's why you can get that it is not everybody who has an agrovet can be able to sell these vaccines because they are expensive to buy and maintain. Because you have to have a freezer and something of the kind, you have to have a special storage facility to handle vaccines.
All right.
Yeah.
When next should Missy get her next anti-rabies vaccine?
So I think from 4 months' time, we can do a second booster. Then from there we can do an annual vaccination.
Okay.
But there are other vaccines that we need to also check if Missy has been given before.
All right.
There's also deworming, which is very, very important, which we are not supposed to just kuacha hivyo. Deworming is very something.
Amesikia deworming akaamka haraka.
Yes, because there's also another this disease that is called toxoplasma gondii. It's also another a very dangerous disease which is zoonotic, which also transmits, I think, through all those unhygienic conditions like paka kuwa na minyoo mingi and something of the kind. All those unhygienic conditions.
But the fact that, I mean, this pets, cats and dogs that eat from very unhygienic places, how often do you need to do this deworming?
I think the pet owner is responsible to ensure that whatever the food or feed your pet is consuming is clean.
But how do I do that when this and mostly cats, dogs know how to maintain themselves probably in the house and just wait for the owner to actually give them this food. Pets would leave early in the morning and go and stroll 10 kilometers away and then come back in the evening with a rat.
Yeah, sure.
So how do you actually, is there a particular routine? You see, like, because you're saying cats and pets are like babies, is there a particular routine that you train your pets to know this is bad, this is good, these are the do's and don'ts?
Yeah, it is actually very possible to train your pet.
Okay.
Because when you housing your pet, you have to show it where to do all those peeing and pooing. You have to, lazima ukuwe na kanini mahali yenye itakuwa inatumia, otherwise itakuchafulia nyumba vibaya sana. So it is very easy to train it and even to be choosy and selective on which food to eat and not. Actually, some of these pets are very selective and choosy. You cannot just ipatia any food that way. Unless ni zenye zimezoea kujitafutia. Yeah, kuna zenye unajua zinajua tu nizipojitafutia ni hivyo, which that's very irresponsible pet ownership, which we do not advise.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need to be keen on right away from the nutrition actually.
Okay.
Nutrition is the first line of defense in ensuring your pet is healthy and safe to you.
Okay.
Because if I come here and vaccinate and you are not nutritionally responsible to your pet, I've done nothing, because it is a combination of vaccine, hygiene, and nutrition that will boost the immunity of your pet for it to be able to fight all these deviations.
All right.
But if we get a deviation of one, it is very easy for your pet to contract these diseases. And what after contracting them? It will transfer it to you.
To me as a pet owner. Today we have a cat, but then for the dog lovers out here, they definitely now want to know specifics about the diseases that specifically affect the dogs. You definitely mentioned rabies, as well as even the importance of even deworming. But then, what are the specifics for the dogs?
Rabies is number one.
Okay.
Rabies, we're stressing and creating awareness around rabies because rabies do take a lot of people annually. I think we can say statistically around 1,000 people, I think, in Kenya die due to rabies. And this is something which is preventable, So we do stress about rabies because it spreads through bites, scratches, and even saliva dropping, So it is good to do vaccine, rabies vaccine. Then in dogs there is what we call leptospirosis, which kills the puppies mostly.
Right.
Yeah, so when you have a puppy, it is good to do all this vaccine. There's also another vaccine which we call DHPP, DHPPI.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a combination of 5 diseases. Distemper, parainfluenza, and hepatitis. So all this, I have a schedule. So when you call me as your vet, we can discuss on how to a vaccination schedule for your pet, and we can know from which vaccine to start with, which to end, and how we can be, for those which are to be done annually, we can also organize for them to be done annually. But for something like deworming, you know, even we humans, we know that we should do at least deworm in 3 to 4 months. Yes, you know. That should be done to your pet also.
And one of the questions that I'd seen on social media platforms or on WhatsApp, and remember we were asking you, how often do you vaccinate your pets? One of the questions that somebody had asked is, is there difference on the schedule between for the puppies as well as for the kitten when you have them as young as they are?
Yeah, there's a difference because, you know, there's something that we call preference. How prevalent the disease that we are going to vaccinate is, how the disease that we're going to vaccinate against your pet is prevalent in your area. From that, from there we can get from that, with that decision on which disease that we're going to prioritize on vaccinating against.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this particular, again, this is something that you had mentioned for the break, alluding to, but then just to reiterate on it, the whole grooming. You had mentioned even for this particular Missy, just making sure that to probably just kutoa ifa and making sure that this grooming is done properly. Walk us through the best practices of grooming for both cats and dogs. Yes, and what I as a pet owner can do and what I can do that I need to come to you as a specialist to actually do for grooming purposes.
I've not been into grooming but I do when it is needed.
Okay.
So personally, I focus on the external parasite, towards an external parasite, which are the fleas and all the other, and ticks. Those are the most common parasites that you can get that are infested in this fur, and they can get their way into your body through biting you. So for just a general service about grooming, you need to have something that cannot irritate your pet, just a gentle shampoo, a lukewarm water, something that you can scrub with your pet, like ka brush hivi Kenya, kaizi umiza your pet, so that you can wash it pole pole.
Right.
And after washing, it needs to be dry. Yeah. So if you cannot manage to do all these things safely, you know, sometimes people try to save all this cost. Unajaribu kusave 500, but at the end of the day, you intoxicate your pet. Unamaliza kuniita na unalilipa 3,000 to detoxify your pet. Yeah, so some of these services have just been, they're booming. So there is a probability that you can find one next to your town.
Okay.
So it is good to put your pet in your car, in your mat, unaweza kaa nayo. Uchukulie umse umpe punch ama 1K, depending on the combo that you want him or her to use. Because, you know, this service varies.
Yeah.
Siwezi enda ninue shampoo ya 1K, alafu utake nikuoshe paka yako na 500 surely. So, yeah. So, unaweza enda tu nunua all those ingredients, then umpe service fee ya kuosha. Yeah.
All right. Another question that had popped up on our WhatsApp number, remember you can also continue texting us and ask Daktari all those questions that you have, 0793-267-279, was about nutrition. You had alluded to it earlier, but then this question focuses on the kind of extra vitamins that the pets need. Do they even need this extra vitamins? For livestock, for example, like kuku, mbuzi, ng'ombe, we give them because of, what they give to us, eggs, milk and all that. But then now for pets, do they need any of that?
Actually, you've come to the right topic and something that I like, because right now I'm trying to specialize in nutrition.
Okay.
And it is an area that I like most. When we talk matters of nutrition, first, there are many reasons that we do nutrition.
Okay.
The first one is we want to stabilize this animal. It needs to get the basic energy for it to function, you know, the respiratory system, the heartbeat, and the running up and down. But apart from that, and like other big animals, like you mentioned the cows, the pigs, where most of the nutrition is centered to achieve something in terms of productivity, where you can do maybe daily meals and all those things. But, you know, these animals doesn't need a lot of energy. So when you need maybe for it to grow faster, to become big and something of the kind, you can always call me so that we can formulate a diet that suits your pet, you know. Kama unataka paka akue mnona, akue strong, I can always formulate that diet for you.
Okay. And does this also apply, and it's also one of the questions that I've seen there, and it's always one of those controversial kind of questions that pet owners always love to know, how do I manage this? And this applies to dogs and cats. When the dogs and cats are on hit that particular period, as a pet owner, what do you do?
When
is there like a particular nutrition guide, a certain routine?
When they are on hit and you want to give a specific ration of it. Actually, that's what we call steaming up, but it is commonly used in dairy animals. This is where you can give a highly nutritious feed to your animals around the serving time, so that you can increase the chances of conception. In the sheep and mbuzi, we do it because we want to increase the chances of twinning, the probability of your animal being able to get twins. So you can do it to your pets and your pets, so that if you want to get healthy puppies. You know, kuna puppies zenye ukiona zikizaliwa zimechaza vizuri. So you can do that. You can always do that to your pets, and you can always see a difference in that. And it also gives steaming up and flashing. There's flashing and steaming up. So flashing is the one that starts. Then steaming up is done towards the end of the gestation period, where now this is done on the interest of the mother that is carrying the fetus. It is done to give the mother the energy to propel in the paturation period.
Right. So Daktari, I can see about like 3 or so minutes to the top of the hour. This means we need to be wrapping up. Your clarion call to pet owners out here watching us this morning. We've talked a lot about quite a number of ranging issues, but a takeaway for them. What do they need to remember this particular morning if they have cats, dogs, or both, or even other kind of pets?
So allow me to bring to the attention of something called the One Health. So the One Health is something that is gaining popularity, and it's something that at least everybody who is in a medical school, something related, should come across. It is the interconnectedness of the animal health, human health, and the environment. So we see that when your animal, regardless of the pet or the size, when he's sick, you are at risk. When the environment is polluted, both of us are unsafe. So it is good for us to be responsible and be a good custodian and of the environment of the pets, so that we can be at a safer space. So for any queries or information or something that we did not cover here, you want to know, you can always reach me on all online spaces. Right away from Google, you can Google me as Vet Guru Animal Doctor. On TikTok, you can get me Vet Guru _KE. On Google, you can always even Google my phone number. You can get me a direct call, and I'm just a phone call away. I'm a vet phone call away, and I'm an on-site vet. You can get consultation from me. From right away from the clinicals, nutritional diets, vaccination, and all other those things. And I'll be glad to be assisting you, because we need to create a better world, a better environment for us so that we can be safer. It is not only about the animals, it is about us. Because when the animals are safe, we are safe.
Right.
When the environment is safe, we are all safe. But a deviation of one thing in that interconnectedness of the animals, humans, and the environment, something is going to be not working properly. So just to remind you that we have a very reputable vaccine manufacturing, which is the Kenya Veterinary Vaccine Production Institute, which is the GOtv. One is located in Kabete, another one in Embakasi. So ensure that when I'm doing a vaccine to you, you have an authority to ensure that what I'm injecting into your animal is genuine, and it is original.
All right.
So most of the vaccines from the GOtv have something, a code, which you can authenticate. You can use your phone to authenticate if they are from a safe manufacturer.
Right.
So actually I work in that
the manufacturing.
That manufacturing plant, and I can assure you that all vaccines that we manufacture there, they are efficacious and they work.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Asante sana Daktari. Missy is looking at me and telling me that she needs to be somewhere else this particular time looking for rats. Asanteni sana for tuning in to this particular show. I hope you've learned a thing or 2 or 10 when it comes to pet vaccination. For all the cats that are watching, you can follow her on Missy_1. Missy, ambia tuko heri.
Yeah, so something I didn't mention, the vaccine certificate looks just something like this. So I'm going to issue a vaccine certificate to Missy, which covers all the name, the address, the telephone, and identification.
So it'll be the big picture.
No, actually there's a
passport here.
Yes. So we can attach a photo here. The name of the dog, the breed, the date of birth, sex, color, even the next vet will be here. Now we can be able to pick up, what did I do? And that's what we call case history. So in case of any illness, a vet can be able to know where to begin. It becomes easier that way to just progress. Thank you for having me, and I'm looking forward to have more of these interactive sessions to educate our farmers and pet owners so that you can have a safe space for us all.
Asante sana. See you in about 4 months when you have the next Mrs. Vaccination again. Asanteni sana once more. My name is Stanley Jeringeta, and for tuning in, sisi tutabaki tukiandikisha insurance ya Missy, tuone kama atapata Social Health Authority SHA insurance card. Kama Cape Media watapatia Missy insurance yake.
And I was your host, Dr. Kevin Nyagwashi. Remember to reach me out for such services. Thank you.
Goodbye, guys.